From the host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And no return here to start. It's a fair catch, and they will set up shop at the 25. Starting the drive with Algier. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line that hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
Looking to throw on second down. Carter. That's caught. He finds Danny Gray. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 22 yards there. First down.
Let's go now.
Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's get it out of that zone. Down like a lawnmower, baby. Keep it going. Scoring on this drive. I feel it.
On 1st and 10, it's Algier. Stopped on the play by Jaquan Brisker. The Niners in a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they coming off their very first loss of the season, suffered a week ago.
So now we can all take that chasing the 1972 Dolphins and take it and throw it right out the window, right? But let's face it, not many teams talk about that or even have interest in it. All they want to do right now is bounce back after that loss.
Here's Algier again on second down. And shutting him off, now open field. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Throwing on first down. Carter dumps this one off to Algier. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. Second straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And his kick is good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
At their own 25-yard line.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. A big play there on the option. And even 70 yards on the pickup. He was over 100 yards a week ago, and he's well on his way once again.
Say it with me, partner. Encore, encore. This guy's headed towards getting it done one more time.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Fields going to toss this quickly out wide, complete. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. No return for Ayuk. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. And now an audible here into something else. On 2nd, here's Algier. Room here to run. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 48 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Carter. Over the middle, and he's got Gray. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. He got 29 yards that time.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Now Carter throwing on first down. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
He saw the pressure and he got out, but he never got upfield. And the defense, they took full advantage of a rookie mistake there. They were able to add a big loss on the sack.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Bears will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're open to do it. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Nick Bosa in there to bury him for a loss of 11. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. Here's Fields. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up the first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
It's taken to the 26. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look at a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Second and 10. And now they'll shift things around. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Here's Carter on third down. Hard throw, incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Taken in at the 11. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The field's going to change things up here. From the gun, they'll try to run it. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Now here's Trenton Gill on to punt. That's taken on the 25. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Give to Algier from the shotgun. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Trey Greenlaw in there on the tackle.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Carter from the gun on 3rd down. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he is going to have the 49ers first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
They go play action here on first down. Being chased out left. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Willis. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred the defense.
Escaping the pressure right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
Keep the ball moving. Keep the ball moving. 19 right.
3rd down. Here's Algier. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 67 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll audible to something else. So 1st down, and they'll stick with Algier. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Push through, baby. Let's do this. Yeah. Stay on point, fellas. God. This is the one, boys. Here we go.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Just get it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
Yeah, Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And the Bears first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off play action, Fields. He's going to look deep for more. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Chicago. DJ Moore. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more of going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
Brandon Ayuk now from his end zone. And all deep in his own territory, coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Carter now on 1st down. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
At the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Fields. That's Samuel, caught left side. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Third and 3. Now it's Fields. And that's going to be incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like when they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Operating from the gun, Carter. Open man, that's Ronnie Bell. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
49ers 6.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 103 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Here we go.
They go quickly here out to Moore. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. To the right side, and he's got more complete. Touchdown, Bears! DJ Moore with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. And the touchdown apparently not enough. They want more, an onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Yeah, you got to wait until that ball goes 10 yards. They did not. They hit it before, and that draws the flag every time.
And there's no doubt in my mind that converting an onside kick has never been tougher in the NFL with the new rules. So trying to get it to 10 yards, timing up perfectly, that's tough enough to begin with. But when you go ahead and grab it before it goes, you've got no shot then.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd down and 9. Back to throw. Carter. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Well, it certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for him. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Now Fields. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. DJ Moore, 30 yards. And the Bears take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights, and they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Ayuk to return it from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 88 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. They'll stick with Algier. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Off play action. Carter winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for the Niners. 45 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
They'll give to Algier out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Bears' 31-yard line.
Looking to throw. Carter completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 12-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Back to throw is Carter on 1st and 10. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Touchdown 49ers. Tyler Algier. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to 18.
31, 49ers 13.
Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bears get another third quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Now the try here for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
49ers 13.
The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. Ayuk to return it from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Now Carter throwing on first down. This one caught by Kittle. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 34. Back to throw. Carter finding Gray going across the field. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here's Carter looking to throw on second down. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
19 tight. 19 tight. 10 to 11. 10 to 11.
Out of the gun now on third down. And this pass broken up. Now the contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on fourth down. How about this? They'll change it at the line.
19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Bears will get the football back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll go out of bounds just shy of the 20. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
I don't think anyone thought we'd see a run facing second and that long, and that element of surprise, I think, helped make that play so successful. Nice effort on that carry, and it took what seemed like second and impossible, now has him within throwing range of a first down.
Moore, the man in motion. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this will be a Bears first down as the tackle made just shy of the 30.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
On play action, Fields. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Fields throw taken in by Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
Now Fields going to move him around. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
This is 2nd and 8. Going quickly out wide to Moore. Touchdown! DJ Moore. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point attempt to come here. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Bears 45, 49ers 13.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Got it. Ready?
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on fourth down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a fourth down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Carter to throw on second down. He's got this to Algier. Room past the 35. And he's all the way up to the 39-yard line that time. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Algier going straight ahead. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Carter now on 1st down. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking like the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for Chicago. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. On the option left is Fields. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the 1st. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. And And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
It may be only a gain of 3 yards, but that back, he deserves a lot more credit on the play. That could have easily been stopped at the line, but his vision and his determination found some space to turn it into that modest gain.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say,